Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Hot Projects, where we take a look at some of the biggest projects on the blockchain right now in NFT gaming. We're looking at things that are in pre-sale, IDO, looking at updates across a lot of different and really exciting games. I think there's still opportunities to make money if you choose your projects carefully, even in this bear market. And when the market becomes bullish, I think holding NFTs and holding some of these tokens could be very good in the long term. Now, I would like to first start by welcoming all the new subscribers for this past month. This is a record for this channel in a month. 8,000 users within the past 30 days. Welcome to the channel. If you are brand new here on the channel, we just try to cover good projects, and also we do a lot of sponsored content where I try to give a little bit back from the sponsorship to the community as well. So we gave away $1,800 this week, and so let's take a look at who won. Okay, let's start by congratulating those who won a total of $1,800 in rewards. Combined, $50 was sent to each of these wallet addresses. Some people won twice from two different videos, McSwaggin, Fortype, and Soulhail. I accidentally deleted the names on this and had to get all the wallet addresses back by going to every individual transaction. But I've got them, so you can just, go to your wallet address, find it, make sure remember the first 5 digits, Control F, and then just search for it in there. And hopefully, maybe you'll be one of the winners. But yeah, so many sponsored content last week that we gave away so much, which I'm really happy about. I'm trying to chill out this week. I want a little bit less sponsored content. I want to kind of open up to a bit more creativity on the channel. I'd like to get a Thetan Arena competition done, but we'll see. We'll see how we get on this week. Also, a lot of names come up, and I can't search for the wallet address because there's nothing in Discord. So make sure you are putting your YouTube name and wallet address. You only need to do it once as well. Don't post it like 1,000 times. Once it's in there, it's in the search history and I can find it. Okay, so first up, not sponsored, Cryowar. Looking at this because they've released the beta and there's some big action happening on it at the moment. It is going to be the next gen blockchain multiplayer game, and they've released the beta and it looks really good. Powered by Unreal Engine, not pay to win, short sessions of gameplay, which is definitely fits with what I like. But built on the Solana platform, Solana is getting a lot of attention at the moment in terms of projects moving to it because of the cheap gas fees and speed. From the looks of the beta, it looks like it's going to be really good. So 250 people were lucky enough to be selected for the beta, and this is what you can expect the gameplay to look like. To shout out to Josh Cross for releasing some footage of him playing. So it is in beta. You're gonna have a very simple button system, which I imagine they will embellish a bit more later on, but this is what you can expect from it. So different abilities. They do have unlimited, there's no cooldown period on their abilities. Like some of these might not be clearly just spamming it to destroy them. But we've got victory, 620,000. So yeah, closed beta version 0.3. So we're at the very first kind of stage of this coming out and being released for us to play. But the token price is having some positive impact. As you expect with betas, they do start. So once you get these trailers going out, people see it and think, I want to invest in that. And Cryowar is one. You're going to have to pick up on the Solana network. So you can go to KuCoin as well. This is where I picked it up. Beta is having a lot of positive impact on the price of this. So we can see that it went up to here. Now I sold off around about here from my Cryowar because obviously it had such a big pump. And might be the right time to buy back in, but I woke up and this was 40% up. It's now 91% up, so it's gaining a lot of attention because of this release of the beta, and I think it's where you really can start to see the true potential of it and think, okay, this is a game that is something that I like the style of, something that I want to play, and therefore investing early means you're going to have a lot of tokens for if it goes up, ready to be able to purchase NFTs and play and take full advantage of those play to earn features. Another massive project on the Solana network is Soul Chicks. If you haven't seen this one before, it's basically mixture of chickens, little chickens, and Diablo. And the idea was like, it was just too much disconnect between Diablo and these chicks. But actually, I think they pulled it off. In terms of the designs are really good. The beta looks really good. The game demo for it looks awesome. And I think this is going to be one of the big games on Solana network when this comes out. Now, anybody who was with me from the very beginning and watched when we first covered this, they got 10 whitelist spots, which were actually meant to buy the NFTs, which if you bought the NFT, you would have made a lot of money, because if you can sell them for a lot of money now. I think they were minted for like 2 Solana, and now floor price is like 12 Solana, so you could have 6x'd on that. But anyway, I think we gave out like 10 whitelist spots, so a chance to get in on the pre-sale. This is before it went to all the launch pads, which was over 30 different launch pads. I think it's the biggest launch of anything in terms of the amount of launch pads it's been on. And you get the tokens with 25% on token generation event, and then you get 75%, 25% the next month, 25% the next month, 25% the next month. So you're going to get your tokens very quickly. And it goes live in, I think, 2 p.m. today, yeah, UTC, and you'll be able to claim your tokens depending on where you bought them for, Radium, MEXC, Global Exchange. And yeah, I'm really excited for this game. I think we could see, even in this bear market, if it does exactly what LOA did, then people are going to see a big return if you got in on any of these sales. Make sure to keep your eye on the claim feature. So they've put a nice YouTube video out. This is really good to see. I hate it when projects have the token generation event and then, you know, the claim is all messed up. You know, you can't actually claim it officially on the moment of token generation event, which is where you're going to want to have it to decide whether to buy or sell it. For those not in on the public sale or any of the launch pads, I think there's still an opportunity in terms of getting it at a good price. If you look at League of Ancients now, so that did a 10x, and it slowly grew and grew and grew. As you'd expect, we get these big rise in the beginning, going all the way up to 1.6, and then selling off, and then coming down to 9.1, and it's just, this is kind of finding its average now at 1.08. But if you break this down to minutes, which is kind of crucial in understanding the first few minutes of any token launch, where there's a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of opportunity to lose out on a lot of money. So I think with that, it's a real high risk but high reward. See if we can get it there. Yeah, so here we go. So it rose up to 66, and then it came down and to 0.42. So a huge opportunity. At there, it's about 8x of the initial listing price. But if you pick it up there, at the moment you're at like a 2.5x. If you bought it and then sold it, you could actually get up to a point where it was 4x. So there's still opportunities after all those launch pads and all those pre-sales. It's just about knowing when to buy the dip. And you know, there's no really formula I use for this. I just kind of get a sense of where it is and where it's been, and then pick some up where I think it is low enough to, you know, here, as I've already predicted 10x on this coin. So for it to get down to 4.2, that's a good time to buy. And I think a similar kind of strategy might work with Soul Chicks. We'll see what happens when people can start picking this up. Remember, it won't be on Pcoin because it's Solana network. So make sure you're ready to pick up some Solana. If you've got, make sure that you've got your Phantom wallet ready with some Solana in it to be able to trade for some chicks if you want to get in on this one. Okay, on to the next one. Next up, Thetan Arena. This game is absolutely huge and is blowing up. The user base is huge. I think Hustlepedia YouTube on Twitter summed it up the best. Double the active players of Axie, a game that is, in my opinion as well, fun gameplay loop, iOS, Android compatible. If there's one thing gamer right up now to end up flipping access, it's THG, and I completely agree. You're looking at a 330 million market cap on THG. Axie is 6 billion market cap. There's so much potential in this to go, you know, just parabolic. I think it's sitting at a nice price at the moment, $11. It's pretty good to pick up as well, I think, at $11. Maybe your target's 10, but I don't know if we'll see that again. It depends on where the market goes in the next couple of days. But I think holding this long term is a safe bet, which is why I've still, you know, this is one of the things I haven't sold into USDT. I'm holding it, $3,708 in it. I still see massive potential in it and think it could go a lot further than it is currently. Let's talk about the brand new update. So they have put in a couple of updates. There have been glitches, hacks, and people exploiting things in the game, but they look to be fixing them fairly quick. The updates coming up soon will play a massive part in the price. So we can see that they released an article on their treasury size now. So this is from marketplace revenue and marketplace transaction fee, ecosystem withdrawal, fusion and upgrade, and staking issuance. All goes into the treasury, governed by the DAO, THG holders owning NFT heroes. It's worth $80 million at the moment. So there is plenty there for rewards. And now we have also the staking feature coming soon. By, you can actually stake THC to be rewarded with THG. This is a big thing that I felt it needed, because when we're upgrading characters, there's no way to get your THG through just playing alone, and therefore you're never going to be able to upgrade your characters. But if there is some mechanism where you can do that, I think that's going to play a massive part in actually people being wanting to contribute points and THG to level them up and make them stronger. We see THC burning, a massive THC burn that they acquired from their flash sale. 27.97 million is to be burnt within the next month, not currently in action, but that could be very good and healthy for THC stabilization. I don't know if we'll see THC going much higher than it is currently at the moment, because it is the reward token that's paid out in lot. It's an unlimited supply, even though it says 50 million there. Yeah, so currently at 0.2, which isn't great. It means that you can get, if you've got 1,500 over 2 days, which is doable, you would end up with what, $300. It's not bad to earn for a day for a grind if you invested in it. I just think you got to think long term about this game. If you're thinking about return of investment, it's going to be a long time. And to be honest, I'm not really thinking about return of investment from the game itself. Holding the coin, yeah, I think there's some returns there that can be gained in the future long term. But actually playing the game, I'm not too concerned with the play to earn feature, because to be honest, it's just fun. I really enjoy it. It's a great game, and I think there's so much you can do with it. Now, an update is now available for this, and what can we expect? Well, improved in-game user interface. There's going to be a fix for match finding bugs, fix limit account on bug on PC, fix cluster bug and SERP bug who can jump out of the map. They're going to fix reconnecting issue, fix sound effects with disable after reconnecting, and close CAE and RUE regions for optimizing matchmaking. They've added the ability to be able to customize your joystick settings, so you can place things where you want them. I don't know why you'd want that there. Or you can also increase the size of some of these buttons. So I'm going to have mine there from now on. I mean, personally, I think the settings are just absolutely fine the way they are. They don't need changing, but some people might have played a different way and be used to playing that, so it's nice that they've added that for those people. Currently sitting in private 2, making my way steadily into bronze. It won't be long now, and then the path begins to become a champion. If you haven't played this game and want to check it out yourself, it's available on Android, iOS and PC. Just use the link down below. Also, it's a referral, so it'll help out the channel too. Next up, Bomb Crypto. This has been a massive earner for a long time now, and we're finally starting to see what I predicted would eventually happen, which is the sell-offs start to happen. And I mean, we are going through a bear market, so you have to take that into account. And going from $8 to $5 isn't too bad in the market, where we've seen a lot of coins lose 50%. But I just think the earnings are just too much. Like I've been earning too much. I know we got in from day one. We were here. We were day one when we reported this on the channel. Look at the current value of some of these tokens that I bought and sold. 31,000. Wow. Yeah, but currently you have to hold one B coin at least to claim, and we're about to claim a big bag of 85, which is going to amount to a fair amount of money now. And I haven't put any money back into this ever since we started this. I do have a house, which apparently the houses are worth like 10 grand now, which is crazy, and they're nearly sold out. In my opinion, to keep this game afloat, they need to add a new game mode. They need PvE, they need marketplace as soon as possible. They can't survive alone just on a treasure hunt that's automated. I mean, it was a really unique, novel way of basically yield farming tokens and rewards, but it's gonna lose its appeal unless they bring out adventure mode soon, which is planned for Q4. So we'll see how that comes. But yeah, we're still well in profit. These are all sell-offs that just have continuously been taking gains from. If you add all these up, I mean, it amounts to easily 1,000. Beyond that, probably about $2,000. Having the last buy-in is $61. Yeah, put absolutely nothing into this really and got massive returns for it. So hopefully we're still seeing some big gains from that across the board. Next up, it has been a while, but I'm putting this in because I know a lot of people have lost faith in my DeFi Pet, but they just recently put out an update and it worked flawlessly first time. Now we've got to give the team props for finally giving an update, and it's a good one. I think it's one that's needed. You know, we have too many pets in circulation basically, and this allows you to burn them for spirits, and spirits can be equipped for better stats, and you can level those up by using potions. So you can combine two together and up your chance of, you know, crit chance in this case. And I think this is a really positive change in you know, moving in a positive direction for this game. I think it just needs the PvP as soon as possible. If they can create that, this game could maybe see a revival. I mean, we saw after release of this, in a bear market, it made in a day a healthy 21%, which is pretty good in this market. But yeah, we have a brand new world boss coming today. So I'll be using that to try and get some more potion. Yes, I'm only on elixir, sorry, 1,329. So I'm going to need that. You can trade elixir with other players via the marketplace. I might have to pick some up as well to level up those stats. But yeah, I think they added visual changes. So, I mean, definitely necessary. They added a whale. Oh, there he is. He's off. They added this boat. This is the DeFi Pet team taking off with our DeFi Pet tokens. This is where the one that came to us. They sent one to us that has no DeFi Pet rewards. But maybe we'll see that in the future. Yeah, so they added some exciting visual changes, day and night changes, and yeah, it all worked. You can put these through as transactions and they work. You can also put them through like really fast, so you can do that in sync and then go to another one and then do the same again, which usually that's where people have flaws, where you can't stack on information because they're not programmed to keep up with it. But in this case you can. So I think it deserves some attention. I'm still playing it. I think because I've invested so much time in it now, I'm like, if I stop playing this now, it will all have been for nothing. So I'm holding out. I'm holding out for PvP. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Do you still think it has potential in the future to see a revival? I mean, 1.43 from where it began, it is still a really good price. You know, we bought in at 0.33, I think I got it at. So we're still in profit, even though there was this massive spike around MVB2. Next up, League of Ancients. I called this as a fairly guaranteed 10x. You know, I went out on the limb and said they were going to get about $14,000, $15,000 in tokens, and it was wrong. It was 20x. It actually went up to 30x at one point. 25x is where the day one price was at. We're coming down to 1.05. It's just some market correction. That's understandable, and that's still huge. We won 2,888 rewards as part of the Discord Ambassador referral, which I know a lot of people helped them get out because we got 288 people who joined that. And yeah, that's huge. We're going to have massive giveaways, and we can decide how we want to do it. But if we work it out in terms of calculatrice in it, at $1.5, that's 21 times by 2,880, which equals $60,000 worth of LOA tokens is what we are holding. Divided by 2, half is going to support the channel, the other half is going to viewer rewards. 3 years is the vesting period on this, so divided by 365 divided by 3 means daily we're getting $27 daily as part of the vesting claim. That's great. We can give out consistent rewards now for the next 3 years, and if the price goes even higher, those rewards are going to increase in value. So what I want to know is how do you want to do it? Do you want to do it so that we give away a total of whatever that is a week, so we give away $200 worth of LOA tokens every week? Or do you want it to be a big thing at the end of the month, so $773? Let us know what you want to do with that, because on the channel, this is your money. You decide what you want to do with it in terms of giveaways over the next 3 years. Very quickly, they put up the League of Ancients dashboard, which is where you're able to claim your rewards. So you can see private sale, wasn't involved in that. Public sale, though, 4,973. I did pick up 5 alpha NFTs, so now we can claim. We can see there's a stake button there as well, so that's a sign of things to come. Staking will be available, but $49 is pretty good every single day in terms of the public NFT sales. So anybody who bought the 80,000 pack, so this was the Immortal skin, they bought 80,000 LOA tokens with spending that 10. So they get Immortal NFT and 80,000 tokens. So currently that is worth 80,000. So if you divide that by 200, which is the vesting period, every day they're getting $400. So it'll only take, quick math, 25 days to be able to get their investment back if it stays at $1. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So anybody who bought some of the public NFTs, you might be in luck for getting some regular rewards there. And you can see, I mean, claiming that's going to give me $53. Nice. Okay, going to have some regular income from that and not even paying to earn. By the way, a bomb crypto, a Bitcoin, is now worth $413. That's about 5 days worth. I mean, I am selling off personally because I just see this. You know, I saw this price going down a long time. I've been selling off all the time. I don't know who's been buying. We can add that to a USDT. By the way, you can see in my portfolio, I'm holding a lot of USDT at the moment, and that's because I think in a bear market, it is useful always to hold USDT as much as possible, where possible. HE had a big decline. I'm still holding that, but it's had a little bit of a revival. It went down very low to 17, and then it's had a nice 2 days where it's had 37% and 14% today. Going back to League of Ancients though, the task now is going to be maintaining people's attention, encouraging them to hold for the long period, because this is a game that is a fair way off. You know, it's a big, massive game, and it's going to take some time for it to be produced. So if you take a look at the roadmap, we can just see how far that is. Now, given that time, when you got a coin like this, where there's going to be a big period where people lose, you know, they switch, maybe sell it off for something else that's exciting in the here and now, they're going to need some incentives, and that's where I think the staking feature comes in. As soon as they bring that in, that's going to be good. I think adding a marketplace in that time so people can sell and trade. So you can see Q4 milestone, private sale, NFT sale done, token generation event, DEX offering, CoinDeco. So all of this has been achieved. I'm not sure about centralized exchange listing. So going into Q1 of 2022, that's when we're going to get the beta test and marketplace launch. So there is going to be some gaming around the way, and betas can be good for, you know, if it works and looks really good, we'll probably see an increase around then. LO8 yield farming, staking, fusion isn't till Q2, so that is a long way off before we get that. And then Q3 is when we get beta game launch, private launch for esports players, Android, iOS store publishing, and Q4 is when we're going to get the public launch of a mobile game. Now, this is a long time away, so that's what I'm saying. This is going to require long-term holders, and I think as soon as they bring the staking features and other things that will incentivize people to hold, that's going to be a good thing. NFTs don't really cost them anything, so you know, producing NFTs and doing regular giveaways, doing incentives for people holding. So you know, we're going to give away 50 NFTs to people who hold this amount in your wallet for the next 30 days. Things like that incentivize people to hold. So hopefully they'll bring some of that in, and we don't see that price shift too much, so we can see over the next year and then beyond that we're actually going to have a lot to sell off and to give away in rewards. I mean, we can, third option, we can hold. We can just hold the tokens that we take from the ambassador rewards every single day. Next up, Monster Infinite. Massive shout out to them for having their launch pad, and it was a huge success. They picked a game and a token that did really well. LOA went from 0.05 cents all the way up to $1, and you could get tokens by staking money and joining in on their whitelist. So if you got the opportunity to join in on that, people will have staked a lot of tokens. I think the biggest one was like a $10,000 staking, and you got 80,000 reward. So actually they've made 8x if the token stays the same. If it goes higher than that, yes, it will have a vesting period, but if it goes higher than that, they're going to see a lot of good returns from it. So the fact that it's had success in its very first launch pad, that's going to go, really well going into the next one. If they pick another good game, people are going to remember, okay, well, actually getting on that people saw a lot of returns, and it could happen the same again. And we could see the same effect that happens with CDeFi, which is more people want to hold the token to get higher tier, higher allocations, and as a result, then make a lot of money. And buying in early, I mean, imagine trying to buy in CDeFi to get one of those higher tiers now. It's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money because the price of the token's at $13. But if you're getting now a Monster Infinite, $1.5, you're going to have a lot more tokens to be able to access those tiers. You're going to be able to pick up STT. And I really like this because I think outside of the game, which is, obviously coming in Q1 2022, and I am constantly breeding pets and monsters for. If anybody wants to trade any, do contact me. Other people have already. Thank you for everybody who's traded with me so far. Got some different variations, and yeah, some that these can't breed together, so I need some more. So get in touch via email if you want to trade. But yeah, outside of the game, I think they're focusing on building an economy that is sustainable. They want money to be, held at a price of whatever it is at, not see it just constantly tank as play to earn rewards get given out. And I think this is going to be the way to do it. So this is one that I think is definitely worth your attention and maybe investment on the dip. It might dip a little bit lower. I can see it potentially going a little bit lower, 1.14, but I don't want to miss out on it, and I don't think losing 40 cents at this point is too much, where I think it's going to go up to $4 again at some point in the future. We'll see where the markets are. Hallelujah. Better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming. He's making a list, he's checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming to town.